And what it says in her epitaph, which was also recommended by Ted Hughes, even amidst fierce flames, the golden lotus can be planted. That is by a Chinese poet, Wu Chenggan, and that was recommended by Ted Hughes.
It's hard to keep hold of one's emotions here. She's lying so simply in this soil. She's lying here. This is the landscape that she wrote about. Stillborn. These poems do not live. It's a sad diagnosis. They grow their toes and fingers well enough. Their little foreheads bulged with concentration.
So we are here in the graveyard of one of the finest poets of the world, Sylvia Plath. She was feeling absolutely emotional. I felt the same when I came a few years back here in this graveyard. All those memories of reading her poems and her life was coming to my mind, and I'm sure this is equally true for you. You said that you are almost in a meditative phase, and perhaps all those writings in her lives, the way she, even in her last days, she was caring her children. That is also coming to my mind. The letters. It's a great pleasure that a beautiful production on music, painting, and her works that is called Sylvia Plath, In Search of the Soul of Sylvia Plath, which is happening on Saturday, 9th of November, and that is happening in Rich Mix, London at 6 p.m. That is an unmissable production. Those who love Sylvia's poetry, those who have interest in Sylvia's life. We wanted to do initially that production in Royal Albert Hall, but that will go back to Royal Albert Hall sometime next year. But this is starting from Rich Mix London on Saturday 9th of November at 6 p.m. and this will tour like most of Saudha's followers know. The presentation that you do that tours around the UK, at least some major venues. So I'm just passing over to, this is a great privilege actually for us to read some poems by Sylvia Plath in her graveyard, and she will read one. She's the part, and she's playing an essential part of that production, which is happening, which is starting in Rich Mix London on 9th of November.
I would like to thank Saudha for creating such unique programs. We will be celebrating Sylvia's life. It's hard to keep hold of one's emotions here. She's lying so simply in this soil. She's lying here. This is the landscape that she wrote about. Stillborn. These poems do not live. It's a sad diagnosis. They grow their toes and fingers well enough. Their little foreheads bulged with concentration. If they missed out on walking about like people, it wasn't for any lack of mother love. Oh, I cannot explain what happened to them. They are proper in shape and number and every part. They sit so nicely in the pickling fluid. They smile and smile and they smile at me, and still the lungs won't fill and the heart won't start. They are not pigs. They are not even fish. Although they have a piggy and a fishy air, it would be better if they were alive. And that's what they were. But they are dead, and their mother near dead with distraction. And they stupidly stare and do not speak of her.
I'm reading a poem which was written before she committed suicide, and you can see the reflection of her mind in those verses. Edge. One of the other was balloon. The woman is perfected. Her dead body wears the smile of accomplishment. The illusion of a Greek necessity flows in the scroll of her toga. Her bare feet seem to be saying, "We have come so far. It is over." The moon has nothing to be sad about. Starting from her hood of bone, she is used to this sort of thing. Her blacks crackle and drag. She is used to this sort of thing. Her blacks crackle and drag. So, ladies and gentlemen, the production is happening Saturday 9th of November at Rich Mix London, and that is presented by Saudha Society of Poetry and Indian Music. That is in search of the soul of Sylvia Plath, based on her works, her poetry, and definitely her dramatic life as well. So look forward to meeting you all there.